Hello and welcome to week 3 review of the EHAP. I'm calling it the EHAP. You know what EHAP stands for?
Everybody humps Asian princesses?
Yes, that is correct. No, yeah. Everybody has a price. Week 3.
What's your price?
Man.
$6,000.
It wouldn't take much right now. I'd pretty much take anything. Let's see. First matchup was I'll call it a pretty big upset. Elson over Tom, Dak, and Krabby.
Well, yeah, because you've been bashing Elson.
I was. It was weird though because I got really good point totals out of all of my studs. The problem was I had a couple of guys that gave me absolutely nothing, and that's why I lost by 7 points.
If you're going to have a guy in the name of your team name, he needs to do more than 1.7 points.
Yes, that would always help. But it was weird because, like I said, I got 50 points from Brady, 26 from Prescott. That's perfectly fine. 23 from Nelson, 30 from Hunt.
Well,
I mean, those are good point totals.
They are.
But there was too many guys that were just scoring. Like Gillespie had 3, and
that's not why you lost.
Kelsey had 1.
That's not why you lost.
Why did I lose? Tell me why I lost.
You started Carolina's defense against New Orleans.
What? I should have got a different defense.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I wouldn't even. No, it's not true. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact, and that
Look,
very easily.
I'll be the first to admit I haven't been following it too close because of other stuff. So.
And I'll be the second one to admit it.
Yeah.
He hasn't been doing anything.
46 points out of Russell Wilson was pretty big for him.
Well, yes, because that countered your Tom Brady point production.
I mean, he even had Cutler as a second quarterback, and he still freaking won. Think about that. But, I mean, 185 points is good. 178 out of me is not that bad.
No, it is.
But it was not enough to win the match.
Of course, he did you a favor because he didn't start Carson Palmer. 30 from Carson.
30 from Carson, yep, that is true.
It's tough when you got to play matchups, isn't it?
Yep. And then, look at this. Eisenhart waking up with 244 points.
It was his birthday. Didn't you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Every day's his birthday.
Mm-hmm. And, 38 points out of Fitzgerald. That was pretty nice for him.
Yeah. It was a solid whooping.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
Yeah. I mean, you had 150 points. It wasn't terrible.
I hit my mark, which is what I try to hit, which is 150 some points, which again was 5th highest in the league.
5th highest.
5th.
Mm-hmm.
And, I got the results I got.
It's amazing to me that you're getting such low totals out of Matt Ryan. 1466.
Well, if you ask the Godfather, that's expected.
Really? That's expected.
Law of averages, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But, that would be the biggest problem there. I mean, he had 37 out of Gurley. That's a lot.
Well, apparently that was a high-scoring game on Thursday Night Football. Who knew the Rams and the Niners can't play defense?
Hey, the Rams look like they're legit. Goff actually looks like he's a real quarterback now. I mean, you could say the first week it was like, well, they just played the Jets. It doesn't matter. No, now we've done it for 3 weeks. Now we have to say, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah.
So, I don't think they played the Jets in week 1, but...
Didn't they?
No. Buffalo played the Jets in week 1.
Who did they play in week 1 then? It was somebody really bad.
Was it Cleveland? Can you hear me now? Is this mic on?
Well, I have to click on them to try to look.
You better click it.
Well, they played Indianapolis.
Yes, that is
okay.
also a bad team.
All right, I knew it was a bad team. Sorry.
Which horrible performance do you want to go to next?
Jeez, Joe Pa's successor with 153 points, but he gets the win because Team Bird
We had
not
two
show
teams
up.
this week not score 100 points.
No,
How does
no.
that happen?
He had 89.
How do you, yes, that's not 100 points. That's what I just said.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not even 90 points. That's what I was trying to get to here.
That's not even the worst.
Yeah.
What? I don't get it.
The funny thing is with Bird, he had a guy on his bench that had 42 points. Diggs had 42 points against the Bucks.
Yeah, well, that was a tough start with Bradford being out again, so I get that. He's in trouble because Cam Newton's poo. Mm-hmm. You're in trouble, Bird, with Cam Newton being poo. And again, as we said,
Man, Carr only had 5 points too.
Washington's D shut them down.
Jeez. Wow.
Bird's in trouble because he doesn't have another quarterback. Yeah. Still, he's in trouble, man.
Yes, he is.
Not to take anything away from Joe Pa. Solid performances again from A-Rod. Michael Thomas, who's a keeper. Mm-hmm. I'll take my hats off to Hill in Kansas City. I mean, it's obvious that they're going to ride this freak of an athlete that they have and just keep finding ways to get him the ball. So we're all dummies for not drafting him in the first round, apparently.
Mm-hmm. So then that takes us to Bolts with almost 100-point victory here over KTFO.
Another team that did not score 100 points this week.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Roethlisberger? He's old.
Pittsburgh's in
I
trouble.
did see the highlights of him. Boy, he looks like Frankenstein trying to go across the... He does not look good.
Pittsburgh's in trouble, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's just not anything to talk about on this.
If Bolts gets 37 and 23 every week out of Cousins and Mariota, he's in good shape.
He's not getting 37 from Cooks every week, though.
Well, not every week, but I mean, he does have the greatest quarterback of all time throwing to him, so I don't see why he can't continue to have strong weeks.
Mixon looked pretty good against Green Bay. Hopefully that'll be, because I have him in some other leagues, that'll be the beginning of... more touches. He's not going to get 13 points from Ted Ginn, although if New Orleans is going to keep throwing it like they are, I don't think it really matters. Who else? Anybody?
KTFO could have got 34 points out of Hoyer. Did you see that? Hoyer had 34 points as the quarterback on the bench.
Yeah, that still would have made it respectable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he still lost by almost 100 points, but...
And he did bench DeMarco Murray because he was a game-time decision, too. So
I got it.
So our last matchup, which, by the way, I would have beat either one of these two teams if I'd have played them.
Well, yeah. You could say that for a lot of guys that lost. Yeah. I scored 178 and lost. Just saying.
You did.
Phillip Rivers with a 0.48.
He's been bad. He's been bad.
Wow,
the Chargers
really
have been bad, and I don't think the city of San Diego wants them to come back as bad as they're playing. They're talking about moving them back.
Mm-hmm.
Beckham was Beckham, Bell was Bell, but again, in this league, it's all about quarterback play. And if you're only going to score 19 points total with your two QBs, you ain't going to beat nobody.
Mm-mm. No. It's pretty bad.
How about the Godfather pulling all the stops out, starting Jacoby Brissett?
Brissett.
I
thought it was Brissett.
Could be, depending on where you put the accent. Starting him over Deshaun Watson and, Blake Bortles.
Yeah. See, Jacksonville's second home field is...
London.
It's London. So whenever Jacksonville's in London, you need to play all your Jacksonville.
If I'm Jacksonville, I'm requesting NFL. I want all my home games to be in London.
I want to be the London Jaguars.
Yes.
Jaguars.
Interestingly enough, he did not play Eli Manning, which was 31 points.
It didn't matter. He won. But
first.
Steel Curtain didn't. Well,
started Phillip Rivers and Alex Smith over Eli.
I don't know. I think Steel Curtain's in trouble.
No, he's in our division. He's okay. Our division's terrible.
Yeah, well. So that takes us to the standings. And Joe Pa is the only undefeated team now.
And we have two teams that still have not won a game.
Mm-hmm. They're both in our division.
One
of them's you. I thought it was funny.
I play you next week, so I'm going to lose.
You better.
And Steel Curtain gets Bird, so he could have his first win. So I'm going to be the only winless team after next week.
It's possible. Although Steel Curtain and KTFO, boy, they have some low point totals, don't they? For the season.
Yes.
They're in those 330s.
Yes. But it's okay because they've only had 450 points scored against them.
Yeah.
They haven't had 600 points scored against them.
Nope, they have not.
600 points.
All right, well.
So let's do some quick math for you.
Yeah.
600 points in 3 weeks. How many points are my opponents scoring per week?
200.
So you want to play me. You're going to have your best week.
Is that how that works? Well, what we'll do is that we will go and we'll get to our...
We're leaving.
No, we're not leaving. Power rankings.
Ugh.
Power rankings. Okay. Now it's time for the power rankings. Here, I'll do some flexing for you since I lost so much weight. Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? No? Is that not how you do it?
You're weird. Weird.
Anyway. So who's your number 6 team for the power rankings?
Bolts!
Oh my gosh, Bolts is in the top 6.
For no particular reason.
Call the women and children. No?
No,
You don't even have a reason? You have nothing else to say about that?
Bolts.
Okay.
He's my Faja.
Okay. Yeah.
He's my Faja.
My number 6, dropping 3 slots, is Bird. He had a very, very awful week, but he was doing good before then, so I'm dropping him down to the number 6 slot, is Bird.
He's in trouble, even though I have him at number 5.
We did predict that he would have these problems with his quarterback play.
Yes. So he's going to continue to keep dropping on mine. He's kind of the best of the worst, as myself, Steel Curtain, and KTFO are absolutely awful. So I'm not going to drop him all the way down there. And I do think Bolts has a better roster. It's just a matter of guys like Kirk Cousins playing better. So I have Bird at number 5. You're number 5.
My number 5, making a new entry into, is The Godfather. I got The Godfather in his number 5. It's just management of team is very good, and he's a playoff team now, and I have him in at number 5.
Probably the biggest collections of who's or what's or why's.
I disagree that superstars are not always necessary. You just have to make sure that you're scoring more points than your opponent. That's all you got to do.
Well, how do you do that when you can only have one day to do it?
Well, make sure you start the right guy on the right day. So who is your number?
Captain Obvious. Number 4 is Elson.
Elson.
Once again, starting to put it together. An impressive win over you.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on this Seattle connection yet. Although if Seattle looks as bad as they did and they do have to throw the ball that much,
That's true.
that is better for
Elson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think you're in trouble playing your second quarterback roulette. You got away with it this week with the Cutler Palmer flip. I think some weeks it's going to hurt him because he makes the wrong decision. Some weeks it's still going to be okay, but not strong enough yet. He's my number 4. Your number 4.
My number 4 is Eisenhart.
Interesting.
Yes, he's climbing 2 slots from what I had last week, 6 to 4. He seems like he's heading in the right direction. He had 244 points last week. Can't do better than that. Okay, had a minor glitch there. Ran out of recording room, but it is fixed now. So what were we talking about?
Fixed it.
Where were we at? I said Eisenhart was moving up. He had 244 points last week. He is my number 4.
Eisenhart is my number 3 because he scored 244 points.
Oh, okay.
I guess against me, which good job, Eisenhart. You're always going to have you're going to have a career week when you play me. Take note of this. I'm calling it now.
Okay.
You're number 3, sir.
My number 3 is Elson. Elson moving up from
Flop.
5 from last week up to 3.
Interesting.
I mean, he beat the big dog. I mean, just saying, I do have the most points scored in the league, so he did get the win over me, so I have to respect that. I'm
But
moving
according
him
to
up to number 3.
but according to you, Joe Pa's successor is the big dog.
Well, I have more points than him, but I still like his team in the long run.
Okay.
That's all.
My number 2
You're number 2.
is you.
Hey.
You're back to number 2.
Yep, that's fine.
You dropped.
I get
You
it.
dropped. You lost. You're
I
a
lost.
loser now.
Yep, that's fine.
You're not undefeated.
I'm not undefeated.
You
Yep.
still have one of the 2 best teams in the league.
Yep. I am also my number 2 for the same reason. Apparently I might have some inconsistencies away from my stars that could hurt me like it did this week. So I'm taking me down to number 2. And then I guess that means that we have a unanimous number 1,
Joe Pa's successor.
Joe Pa's successor.
So the early question is, even though he's only 3-0, does he have the potential to do something that's only ever been done once in the history of the league and run the table during the regular season and go 13-0?
Potential, yes. Will he do it? No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you think have you played him yet?
No, but here's the deal. You know, Rodgers will have a bye, and then that's kind of pretty much a loss that week.
Wow.
That's kind of how these things work, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I'm going with 2 or 3 losses for him by the end of the year.
2 or 3.
Yeah. It
Interesting.
happens. Hey, every now and then you got a bad week. Nothing you can do about it.
Is it easy to say now that Division DC is the stronger division by far over Marvel?
I wouldn't say that, no. I think if you look at the point totals,
If you look at the point totals, we have one guy over 500 and the rest under 400.
no. Bolts has over 400, and Eagles Split has over 400.
No.
So I don't know what kind of stats you're giving. They're not right.
Damn it.
So,
You would still take Division Marvel over Division DC.
no, I wouldn't. Now that I'm
Exactly.
saying it that way.
Exactly.
They basically in my top 6, I have 4 in the DC division, and in our Marvel division,
Correct.
I just have 2.
Correct.
So, but you, on the other hand, have 3 and 3 because you have Bolts in there. So,
Correct.
Just saying. Just saying.
I don't believe in the Godfather yet.
He's not a Godfather believer. No. Somehow it's completely shocking to me. You don't believe in the Godfather. Shocked. So.
He shouldn't be.
So yeah, I guess that's it. And then next week we will come back with.
Do we have
week
to?
4. Yeah, we have to. Sorry. Just one of those things. You got to keep doing it. You got to finish it. Mama didn't raise no quitter.